So what do you love about blockchain though? Tell me how all this goes back to, because it's a number-based thing?
Well, so remember, so blockchain is not crypto. Two different things. Okay. So crypto is what it should be anyways, is the blockchain backwards. So crypto is taking the future of the number and it's saying to the market, I'm going to go raise money. And if I raise this much money, I'm going to do this exact blockchain that we just put out right here in front of us. You see this one that we're going to do right now, right? This one, this container one. So I'm Mr. Customer, and it's no different than, let me show you. Okay, so this company is called, I'm pretty sure it's Titan. Let's look. Textainer. So this is a company called Textainer, okay? Textainer right now is worth, let's see, Schedule A and Schedule B shares. So they're worth 304.5 million plus 23.1 million, okay? In the millions, okay? So we're going to call that $328 million, okay? That's what they're worth. So if this was a crypto, because crypto is no different than stock shares. So this company, Textainer, went out and raised in crypto $328 million, okay? And then they called it Class A shares and Class B shares, okay? Same as stock, same as crypto, same exact thing. It's just a treasury. So now they've gone out and raised this $328 million, and they've told their customers, Mr. Customer, your blockchain looks like this, okay? Which is it's their number that we pulled off of this to come up with their depreciation. Make sense? So, Mr. Customer, it looks like this. And if we go out and we do this exact thing, at the end of the years, this will be worth this much, this will be worth this much. But until the end of those years, we are going to make, and it's in here too, what they make per day.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because it's publicly traded, so it has to be. So here's all the different funds, meaning all the different crypto stocks they've ever raised. They raised a crypto stock here. These are all different, okay? So we're going to call that tokens. Those are all the tokens they've ever raised, right?
Okay.
So then if you go down here and you look at weighted average per diem rate, okay? So every single day, this portfolio makes $1.75 or makes 1.75 per diem of the rate, right? So average weighted diem, let me see, comparison among container transactions. Yeah, so it's $1.75. Every day they make $1.75 per every container transaction in that portfolio.
Okay.
This one, every day they make $1.11 for the transactions of that portfolio. Yep. And so in that portfolio, let's just look at how many total containers there were for that per diem. So this one right here. Okay, so oh no, that doesn't carries down too far. Let's look at right here. Okay. So on 159,128 units, every single day they make $1.75. So that's what the lease rate is of the. So let's just look at 159,128 containers, and every day they make $1.75 equals, and then so they make every day $278,474 on that portfolio.
Okay.
Makes sense every day. Okay. So now I'm going to times that by 365. Every year on just that portfolio, they make $101 million, okay? Now, this company, Textainer, gets a management fee. That's all they get. They get 3%, or excuse me, usually it's called a 110 or a 220 or a 330, but they likely get 1 to 2% of the 101 million, okay? That's all they make is 2% of 101 million for the management of the fund, okay? Right. So they only make, so we're just going to times it by 0.02. They only make $2,032,860 to manage the person that is leasing out these containers, which are the steamship lines, okay? And then the overhead to manage just the funds of that, okay? But the equipment that they bought makes them money personally on top of this, but the fund makes them $2 million. Make sense?
Yes.
So they then
let me ask you something. Is it attributed in these numbers somewhere? What if they sell those containers? What if some are taken out of that portfolio? Like, is that updated daily?
Correct. So in real estate, it's a gain. And so in real estate, you get what's called the upside of the gain of that fund, basically. And so
Okay.
it's huge. But in containers aren't an upsell, it's a depreciated sell. So
Right.
what's the benefit for the depreciation? And this is where it gets really complex, but this is literally what the benefit is. So the people that make the big sovereign wealth groups and everything else that make millions of dollars in real estate, they then also have equipment assets that they can depreciate, accelerated depreciation over 5 years. And so they offset their millions of dollars they're making in positive markets
With losses.
negative, with losses in different markets. Yep.
Interesting.
And then this company, Textainer, where they make all their extra money by having this equipment that they don't have to pay for on their books out of pocket, where they make 25% revenue on everything else is the freight that moves inside of that container. And they got their equipment.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense. And so that's how crypto is supposed to work, is rather than have a complex market where it's done with stocks with inside the SEC and all these things, all these kids in crypto created this crypto to do it this way instead. And then they didn't have to do it inside the SEC. And this is why we're having the problems in crypto right now, is because the SEC has a law. And the law is, I'm sorry, guys, but even though you've created this crypto, it's still a law. And the law is you've created a book and it's an SEC. And so you're just trying to go outside of the law. And how they're doing is they're saying, well, we're not a security token, but here's why they say that we're not a security token. So the law states that the value of that book, the per diem of this book, is paid out to a pool of people, okay, that all own this fund, we're going to call it, okay? And those pools have to be accredited investors versus non-accredited investors. And when that's paid out, that's what makes it a security, is they're pooling their assets together, right? So what crypto's done, that's complex, but what crypto's done to get around that law, and this is where you hear the word, we're going to burn tokens, okay, is the crypto fund does this exact same type of a portfolio, okay? And then what they do is they set up a trust fund that collects all of the money, and then when the dividends happen or the coupons of the book or the fund are paid, rather than to be paid to accredited investors, what coupons do is they pay it to this trust fund, okay? And then what happens is all the token holders in the whole world have all their money, and the profits have now come into this trust fund. And because I can't pay to all these token holders and all these people all around the world, or I'd be an SEC violation, what I do is I take this trust fund and I burn all the tokens so that they don't exist anymore. I take them out of liquidity in the market. And what happens is you as a holder of token, then there's less tokens on the market, but there's more profit in the business as a whole, and all your tokens rise. Make sense? And value. And that's how it works.
So
how much value I have in this universe. But I do know that I made a few people happier than they would have been without me. And as long as I know that, I'm as rich as I ever need to be.